Some in the Kansas City area use today's holiday to spread awareness to what they see as injustice. KCTV5's Casey Jones joins us tonight, where people are still gathering as they have been all afternoon as well. Casey.
Well, Amy, from the plaza now to Westport, let me show you the scene here. We're going to get a little bit closer. You can probably see some of the smoke. There's a carriage on fire here in front of Kelly's Westport. Let me tell you the significance of this location. A lot of historians believe that Kelly's used to be used to sell slaves. Now, protests throughout the day had a common theme of irony. And today, as we celebrate liberty and justice for all, some say those words do not apply to all Americans, and it's time for a change. On America's birthday, Marilyn Carpenter skipped the barbecues.
I guess I would say that we can't ever enjoy our privileged lives while there are people suffering just because they have a different skin color.
A few hours later, a group gathered in the same spot to demand justice for Vanessa Guillen, a 20-year-old Fort Hood soldier whose body was found earlier this week. Loved ones say she was being sexually harassed on the base.
Vanessa disappeared in April. If she had been a rifle or binoculars, they would have shut everything down to look for her. It's now July and they just barely found her. So we want to bring awareness that women who do report, they're usually reprimanded.
This group joined a larger rally in support of freedom, organized by the KC Community Bail Fund, One Struggle KC, and more local advocacy groups.
Your shouts of liberty and equality hollow mockery.
A speaker read Frederick Douglass's speech, "What to the Slave is the 4th of July," in front of hundreds of people. Some say those words still ring true today.
So you see it in corporations, you see it with the renaming of football teams, you see it with equity in corporations and boardrooms and courtrooms, and we have a long way to go, and it's going to take all of us. So it's not just a black problem, because injustice in one place means that none of us have justice.
The group marched down newly renamed Mill Creek Parkway with the message, "Liberty and justice does not apply to all."
We feel that no one is free until everyone is truly free. Free from systemic racism, police brutality, and unequal education system. I could go on and on. So it doesn't truly feel like an Independence Day because the people of color are not.
And as people of all races are uniting against the system many say was built to oppress people of color, Carpenter hopes the energy encourages the nation to make a change, especially in a big election year.
We're not ever going to enjoy it until it gets to be some sort of equality.
So the advocacy groups that hosted this rally today will also be mobilizing for voter registration drives. They say the same energy that people have had at these protests, they need to take that to the polls. So there is, and not just presidential elections, also the local ones. So here in Kansas City, there is a primary election on August 4th, and the deadline to register for that is next week, July 8th. Reporting live from Kansas City, Casey Jones, KCTV5 News.
All right, Casey, thank you very much.